God resists gossip. Have you ever heard the names of Satan? One of his names is that he is the diabolos. There are many Greek words for Satan, but Satan is the devil, which is the diabolos, which means slander. He is the accuser. It says in Revelation 12, Satan is called the accuser of the brethren. If you remember Job, one of the biggest pictures of Satan in the Bible is in Job. Job is on earth, and all of a sudden in the book of Job, chapters 1 and 2, the camera goes up to heaven. And we see God on his throne, and then we're shocked. Satan walks up in front of the throne of God. And we go, Satan in heaven? What's going on? Did you know God allows, sitting on his throne, he allows Satan to come up and do stuff. And you know what Satan does? He goes, God, look at Job. Job, you think Job's one of yours. He's not. I can make him curse you. God says, you can't make him curse me. Satan says, yeah, I can. And he starts accusing Job. That's what the whole book of Job is about, this horrible thing Job goes through. Satan, it says in Revelation 12, when God is explaining that whole scene in Job, he said he is the accuser and the slanderer. And then that same word shows up in Titus 2, where it says, not gossiping. It talks about older women aren't gossipers. It's the very word for Satan. What he says is, Paul says to them, God is watching. Don't let your tongue be a tool of the devil by slandering and accusing people of stuff. And so God says, don't spread slander and use reasonable words and use peaceable and gentle words. Let me read Proverbs 15:1 to you. A soft answer turns away anger. You want to try something? Get someone that's all worked up and upset that you took their parking space or you sat in their chair or you, whatever, got ahead of them in line. You go, oh, here. You can have the parking space. You can have my spot in line. It's okay. Here. They don't know what to do. It shocks people when you don't fight back. That's what gentle and peaceable words are. And that's why I keep referring to this James 3:17 verse. The wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable and gentle. And God blesses that. And God wants me to have an apt word. This is what I'm talking about with Daniel. This guy was dying. And an apt means it's right at the right moment. And Bonnie and I were traveling, we were teaching, and we were staying somewhere, and I went to breakfast, and Bonnie wasn't with me, and I had my Bible out, and I was reading my Bible, and this fella, I mentioned that he came by and said, you're reading the good book. And I said, yes, I teach the Bible. And we talked, and he left. And as soon as he left, I thought, I should talk to that man. I'll never see him again in my life. I'm 3,000 miles from home. And I said, oh, Lord, I should have shared the gospel with him. And I heard his voice. He was just leaving the restaurant. So I pulled my track out of my wallet, and I ran after him, and he was already walking away from the restaurant. And I said to him, do you remember me from inside? I said, yeah, it was 5 minutes ago. Of course I remember you. I said, has anyone ever shared the gospel of Jesus Christ with you? And he looked at me, and it was the most amazing. It was like, I can't believe you're doing this to me and talking to me. And I gave him the track. 3 days later, Bonnie and I were in the same place. We were in the elevator. He was in the elevator. Same guy. He said, I read what you gave me. Thank you for giving that to me. I'm thinking about that. And I thought, God wants my words to be apt, on target, timed with his plan for my life. Okay, God says a person's words reveal their character. We already read that. Out of a godly heart are good words. Out of the ungodly heart are proud words. It's kind of what Jesus already said in Matthew. God says your words reflect your companions. I remember once our kids came home and said a word we'd never heard them say before. It was a word describing female anatomy. And I went, "Where did you hear that word?" They went, "What word?" And I said, "The word you just said." They said, "Oh, Jared said that." I said, "Do you know what it means?" "No." And I thought, wow, our words reflect our companions and friends. Our words also reflect what's invisibly inside of us. That's why I said if you want to date someone, before you go out and spend time with them, spend time in a group and listen to them. Because you will find out what's invisibly inside of them. Let's look at how God puts it. Look at Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. If you see someone that studies, that pauses, when they're asked a question, they go, there's that hesitation, and they think about it, and then they give this answer. You go, okay, that's good. But look what's bad. The mouth of the wicked, and what comes out, not only a lot comes out, but it's evil, verse 28 says.